Dear students, today we will discuss a new topic, that is micro teaching. We know that all teachers are not born teachers, but their teaching skills can be improved through a technique known as micro teaching. So we will see what is this micro teaching and what are its various objectives and its micro teaching cycle and also different phases. This micro teaching technique was developed by Alan and Robert Bush at Stanford University, and according to this technique, it introduces some teaching skills to students or to teacher trainees to practice each skill one at a time until he or she becomes proficient in that particular skill. So peculiarity of this particular technique is it is mainly used in the teacher education program in order to practice or get proficiency over a particular teaching skill. Alan and Ryan in 1969, while defining micro-teaching, specified that micro-teaching is a real teaching, but complexities of the normal classrooms are signified, and there is increased control of practice. That is, at a particular time, one particular skill is practiced till attaining mastery over that particular skill. So we can see some definitions of micro teaching. According to Allen, micro teaching is a scaled down teaching encounter in class size and time. Another definition by Allen and Ave, that is, micro teaching is defined as a system of controlled practice that makes it possible to concentrate on specified teaching behavior and to practice teaching under controlled condition. So micro teaching, it is a scaled down teaching encounter in class size and class time. Means class size will be very small, that is 5 to 6 or 5 to 7 real or peer groups, and the class time will be, for practicing one particular skill, the class time will be 5 to 7 minutes. So the group will be very small so that they will get much time to practice one skill at a time. So if we look into the objectives of micro teaching, the main objective of the micro teaching is to enable the teacher trainees to learn and assimilate new teaching skills under control condition, to enable teacher trainees to master a number of teaching skills, to enable the teacher trainees to gain confidence in teaching. We know that this micro teaching is a technique mainly used in teacher education program. So the teacher trainees, they will be trained for one particular teaching skills at a time, and after getting trained over one particular skill, they will be moved to next skill, and similarly they will cover all these skills, and after that they will combine one or more than one skills together in order to do their macro teaching. So it will gain confidence at the end of this training. It will gain confidence in teaching to the teacher trainees. So we can say this micro teaching is a teacher training technique, and it practices one skill at a time, and the class size will be very small, that is 5 to 7 peer group or real students, and the content at a time, one content is selected for practicing one particular skill, and the class timing will be 5 to 7 minutes. And because of that, it reduces the complexities of a normal classroom, because the class size is very small, the timing is very short, and the content is very less. One single content is taken at a time, and the competency in specific teaching skill will be acquired by the teacher trainees through this technique. So because it is under the control of practice, so they will be practicing one particular skill, and once it is achieved, once they achieve mastery over that particular skill, or once they are very much expert in that particular skill, then they will move to next. So immediate after each session, immediate feedback will be given. So this micro teaching, we can say that it is a cyclic process in which the students are planning, then teaching, then feedback is getting, then this cycle goes on repeat. So let us see the micro teaching cycle. So in this micro teaching cycle, the first step is planning. So in the planning stage, what the teacher trainees do is they will plan their class, how to practice their particular uh, teaching skill that will be planned. So for that they will be taking selecting a particular skill first, then they will see the demonstration about that particular skill and they will prepare their lesson plan based on that particular skill. Then after the planning stage, next stage is teaching. So once they're prepared for planning, then they will move to teaching stage. So they will be teaching that particular content, specifically for that focusing that particular skill in front of their peer groups, which is of 5 to 7 member. Then they will teach, and after teaching, the group will give a feedback based on their teaching. They will be giving a feedback or criticism about their class, and based on that they will again modify their class and they will again replan, then reteach, and this process continues. So if after one or two cycle, if the teacher or the teacher educator who are supervising the particular training session, if they finds that this particular person have achieved mastery over that particular skill, then they will be stopping their training session there, and they will be moving to the next teaching skill. So this is a cyclic process. So through this process, the teacher trainees will be able to modify their teaching by improving their teaching skills. Now we will move to the various phases of micro teaching. So the first phase is knowledge acquisition phase. As we said in the planning stage, what the students or the teacher trainees do is they will first choose a particular teaching skills, then they will try to know more about it, so that they'll be knowing much how to plan that particular class. So in this knowledge acquisition phase, what they do is, we have three different phases, that is knowledge acquisition phase we have, skill acquisition phase we have, and transfer phase of micro teaching is also there. So in the first stage, what they do is, first they will select a particular skill to be performed. Then the teacher educator who are supervising the session, they will be providing them the knowledge about the teaching skills, and they will be given some demonstration class on that particular teaching skill. So the teacher trainees will be observing that particular class. Then they will analyze and discuss about this particular class, and then they have to prepare a detailed lesson plan on how they will be going to teach that particular in that particular group, that particular content in that particular group based on that selected teaching skills. So in the skill acquisition, once they get knowledge, aware about the skill and how to work on that, next is skill acquisition phase. In the skill acquisition phase, they will be planning and preparing for micro lessons for that particular skill. So based on the demonstration they got, or based on the knowledge they received from their teacher educators, what they do is they will start planning their lesson and prepare a detailed micro lesson for that particular skill. Once the lesson is prepared, the next stage is to practice that. So they will be moves from the planning stage, they will be moving to the teaching stage. So they will be teaching that particular content based on that particular skill in front of the small group that we have, that is 5 to 7 peer groups or real students peer groups. And then the evaluation is done by the peers, and the teacher educator who has supervised evaluation will be done by them. They will be giving feedback. Based on that feedback, if needed, again they will move to replan, then replan stage, then from there they will again reteach, and this process will be continued till that skill acquisition has happened. So that is the second phase, that is skill acquisition phase. Once the skill acquisition is over, then next what they do is, the teacher educators will give them opportunity to make use of the mastered skills in the real classroom or normal classroom teaching. So what they do is they will combine more than one or two skills together and they will start applying that in their real classroom teaching. So integrating so many skills together, they will start preparing their macro lessons and they will be making use of it in their normal classroom teaching. These are the different phases that comes under this micro teaching technique. There are so many teaching skills we have, like skill of introducing a class, skill of explaining, skill of illustrating with examples, skill of stimulus variation, skill of reinforcement, skill of using blackboard, skill of questioning, skill of classroom management, etc. In the next class, we will discuss more about these skills and how to practice these skills in the classroom. Till that, thank you.